Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel, Kindred Souls of Brooklyn and Sarasota. And I'm not going to show you the exact internment mausoleum's exact spot, but special thanks to my friend Eric, who filmed this for me at Woodlawn Cemetery. So through a friend of mine, I was able to confirm, and this is now public knowledge, it's on Find a Grave, but no one's actually done anything. Well, one guy did. He actually showed the exact spot. I'm not going to show the exact spot where Ace is, but this is actually the mausoleum that Ace is interred at. It's in Woodlawn Cemetery in the Bronx, and my friend did a tour for me around inside here. And obviously it takes a while to have the stone carved out, you know, to put the name on there. But this is the mausoleum where Ace is, and like I said, I'm not going to show you the exact crypt where it is. We're just going to do a roundabout tour of the place. And I wanted to do this video because, you know, we run a music foundation, and my son Matt and I had the extreme privilege of meeting Ace back in 2014 on B.B. King's. It was a concert that we went to in B.B. King's in New York. It was actually 11/24 of 2014, and it was a really, really good concert. Matt actually had it on his phone, New York Groove, and I'm gonna put it up separately on my channel. But like I say, eventually people are gonna be able to come in here and kind of know exactly. I don't know what they're gonna put on the actual outside of the crypt. I mean, I don't know if they're gonna put Ace Frehley on it. His name was Paul David Frehley. So I don't know if that's going to be on there, but I do know he's not too far from where his parents are. And I don't know, I think his mom's name was Anne. I'm not really quite sure. But this is definitely the mausoleum in Woodlawn Cemetery where he is. And like I said, eventually, I know Ace loved the fans. I mean, we met him and we had a great time with him. Met him, talked to him for about 6 or 7 minutes backstage at B.B. King's. We had done the backstage tour. And my son was always around music, and we actually went in there. My son played a Gibson SG. Sadly, we lost my son in 2019. That's why we run the Music Foundation. And I really wish I could do the Ace Frehley voice. It was just this Bronx accent. And my son said to Ace, you know, I play an SG. Ace always played a Les Paul. Well, for a long time. He didn't play it originally. When he got famous, he was able to afford the Les Paul. But I remember Ace saying to me, "Hey, Dad, why don't you buy Waffles or Les Paul?" And my son Matt said to him, "Hey, Gene, hey, Ace, I'm 150 pounds. I can't handle a Les Paul." But he was just a lot of fun, and I remember talking to him. I remember I'd seen on an interview with him that he was part of the Ducky Boys, and I mentioned that to him because I liked the movie The Warriors. He had mentioned in an interview that it was in The Warriors, but it was actually The Wanderers that they talk about the Ducky Boys. And he was like, yeah, I joined the gang for protection. And he was in there for a while. And eventually, you know, he got into music. So by the time he was like 16, 17, he said that he didn't have much to do with them anymore because he was always like doing music. And sometimes they'd call him up and they'd say, oh, they're going to have a fight with somebody or something. And he would be like, no, I'm at a concert, whatever. So he said they kind of got tired of calling him. So he kind of phased out of it, out of the Ducky Boys. But that was that. But we had a really great time with him. He's one of these people that meeting him once, you felt like you knew him for a really, really long time. And it's a really big shame that the world has lost him. But as I say, eventually, I can tell you from the source that I know through the foundation that at the particular site where he is in here, and again, I'm not going to show it to you, they are putting guitar picks over there at this point. And, you know, the name will go on there, and Woodlawn is a really solid cemetery, so I think most of the people that come are not going to want to do anything crazy. There's security there, there's cameras in there, so I think it's going to be really, really well handled. There are a lot of famous people in Woodlawn as well, so Ace will be joining some famous people, and just was a great guy. And I just wanted to put this out there, and I know, like I said, Ace loved the fans, and I don't think he would mind us doing this video, having met him. And, again, sooner or later, they're going to put the name on here. And if you go and find a grave, you could pretty much find it. So it isn't like it's a super secret, but no one's actually done a complete walk around like this. So this is just what the mausoleum looks like. It's in Woodlawn, like I said. And I want to tell you a little bit about the thumbnail that I put up there, or rather a photograph. And it's from a friend of mine in New Jersey. And we're going to raffle that off with our foundation. Our foundation is the Waffles Foundation again. And we're a 501c3, and we donate instruments and lessons and scholarships to kids all across America to help them with their musical aspirations. And we also provide service hours for first-time nonviolent offenders, just to keep them out of the system. And just a little bit about us. So if you have an instrument you want to donate or a service, we'd love to hear from you. You can email us at www.wafflesfoundation.org, or that's actually the website. Email would be wafflesfoundation@gmail.com. But it's a nice place. I think, like I said, Ace is here with around his parents, and I think his mom's name was Anne. But I don't know if they're going to put his Ace name on there, or they're going to put, I think it was Paul David, or I think it's Paul David Frehley, or David Paul Frehley. For some reason, I can't remember which way it is, but his original name is not Ace. It's either David or Paul. I don't know why it's escaping me right now, but it is. But anyway, just to give you an idea here of the mausoleum.